Welcome back. Now, many people swear when they start eating healthier, their grocery bill goes up. But it turns out many healthy foods are actually less expensive than junk food. And here to give us some grocery store guidance so we can eat better on a budget is Claire Monroe from Weight Watchers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Claire, so I struggle with this all the time.
Sure.
How can you eat healthy on a budget?
It's actually not as hard as you think. One of the first things that you can do is stop in at Starbucks or any other coffee shop in the morning and pack your own lunch. Grab a cooler, grab your own. This one is mine, clearly. Grab your coffee. That's going to save you $10 a day. That's $50 a week, $200 a month that you can then put toward your groceries, actual real food. And then what you can do, plan your meals out ahead so that you can make a list and stick to it when you go to the grocery store. Then you don't have all these extra things landing in your cart going ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching at the register.
Okay, now there's a recent report from the USDA about some of the low-cost healthy foods. Do we have some of those items here this morning?
Honestly, fruits, vegetables, meat alternatives, all of those things really cost less per serving than things like chips and processed food. Think about shopping the perimeter of the grocery store, where all of the fresh food is. And really, when you get right down to it, you get more bang for your buck when you buy that stuff.
Okay. Now, aside from, we know that it's healthy to eat fresh produce, fresh vegetables.
Oh, sure.
What's the alternative to that?
Right, because sometimes fresh food can get expensive, especially when things aren't in season. I went shopping yesterday. The pound of fresh green beans was, I believe, $2.49, $2.59 a pound. But then you can also get frozen. That was $1.29. Frozen is really just as good nutritionally as fresh because they freeze it right when it's picked, so you don't lose any of those nutrients. Okay. You can also go with a canned option as well. I mean, you're talking anywhere from 69 to 99 cents. So you do have some options where you can still get your fruits and vegetables in, but not break the bank.
Okay. Now, meat also gets really expensive. So are there some maybe meatless options?
Absolutely.
That are just as healthy and high in protein also?
Absolutely. One of the ones that I absolutely love is quinoa. It's a whole grain.
Kyle and I like quinoa.
It's delicious. And quinoa is actually the highest in protein of all of the whole grains, so that's going to do it for you. And then beans also are terrific because you get protein and you get fiber, so they fill you up and they don't cost much money at all. I made this black bean soup yesterday. You can try it if you want to. Okay, here, let's get on the right camera. See, black bean soup. We've got black beans, we've got corn, we've got tomatoes, we've got a little chilies. The entire thing, I made a huge pot of soup yesterday. It has between 8 and 10 servings in it, and it costs like $6 at the grocery store.
Good.
So we'll put that recipe up on the website. It's also on WeightWatchers.com. So it's not hard to do. Just you have to use a little creativity sometimes.
Wonderful. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for. But we can recap all this information. The Weight Watchers Lose for Good open house is on Saturday, September 15th. Briefly tell us really quick what's that about.
That is about helping people all throughout Middle Georgia have access to these kinds of healthy foods. We invite anyone who wants to come to Weight Watchers, bring a donation of a non-perishable food item, and learn a little bit more about how to be healthy yourself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome. Okay, and you can visit their website, weightwatchers.com, for all the locations.